Welcome all. In this lecture, I'll take up some of the numericals on theories of failure, which we had discussed all the theories of failures, 5 failure theories we have discussed. So let me take up some questions on theories of failure. The first question. Okay, I'll use different color. Okay, चलिए नहीं ये वाला लेंगे. Okay, an element at the critical section of the component. Okay, first question is missing. Yeah, which theory of failure is used for aluminium? And you know, aluminium is a ductile material, and I have told you very clearly, principal strain theory is not at all used. Principal stress is used for brittle materials, and strain energy theory is not giving correct results under shear. So because ductile materials fail under shear, so this is also not giving. And the more safe theory is, maximum shear stress theory. I have also told you that when experiments say the maximum shear stress is less than 0.57 sigma y, but this theory says maximum should be less than 0.5 sigma y. Okay, or that's why this is very much safe under shear. Therefore, as ductile materials fail under shear, this is the correct answer. So option is D. Okay, next. An element at the critical section of the component is subjected to biaxial state of stress with two principal stresses. Sigma 1 is the first principal stress is given as 360 MPa. Okay, and the second principal stress is 140 okay, megapascal. And what is the maximum working stress according to distortion energy theory? Okay, and I told you very clearly the working stress is given by, I have told very clearly in my earlier lectures, the working stress according to this theory is given by under root of sigma 1 square plus sigma 2 square minus sigma 1 sigma 2. I have told you very clearly, according to this theory, the working stress is given by this, and he is asking the maximum working stress. Okay, sigma 1 is 360 square, sigma 2 140 square minus sigma 1 sigma 2, that is 360 into 140. Let's calculate, my dear students. 360 square plus 140 square plus 360 into 140. Keep your calculators ready. So under root of this, where is that? 360 square plus 140 square minus 360 into 140 and under root. So you are getting the working stress as 314.3. All these are in megapascal. Therefore, the answer is in megapascal. So the answer is C. Okay, we'll move to the next question. Yeah, a match list 1 with list 2. Very good. You know very well the maximum shear stress theory is giving the shear stress as 0.5 sigma y. So it will be 0.5. So A is matching to 4. Where is that? This is gone and this is gone. And we have seen that distortion energy is giving perfect results, 0.577. So where is that? Where is that 0.577? 2. B is matching to 2. Where is that? B is matching to 2. This is gone. So C, maximum principal stress. Yes, it is giving us 1. So it is giving sigma maximum principal stress as sigma tau. Already have derived in my earlier classes. So the correct answer is D, and this is a very important question. Next, a circular shaft subjected to a bending moment of 400 kilonewton meter, and it's not thrusting, it is a twisting moment, and the twisting moment is, the torque is 300, all are in kilonewton meter. On the basis of maximum principal stress, the direct stress is sigma, and according to maximum shear stress, the shear stress is tau, then the ratio of sigma by tau is. Very good. Please observe here. Okay, when a member is subjected to a bending moment, observe clearly, it is subjected to normal stresses in the cross section. So, okay, let's take this as sigma, and it is also subjected to shear stress, torsion. So, therefore, there will be torsional shear stress. Okay, now observe here. You know, my dear students, from your theory of bending, sigma is maximum bending moment is 32 m by pi d cube, and the shear stress is given by 16 t by pi d cube. All this you know from your basics. All this, how m by I is equal to sigma by y, t by j is equal to tau by r. From this, you can calculate the maximum principal stress. What is the maximum principal stress? It is sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau square. This is the maximum principal stress. So I will calculate. In this problem, he gives maximum principal stress as sigma. So sigma x is sigma. Okay, already you know. Okay, sigma x is known. Isko sigma x मान लेंगे. Okay, so he gave the maximum principal stress as sigma. So he is taking this as sigma. So no problem. Sigma x is 32 m by pi d cube. Okay, plus sigma y. There is no sigma y, therefore it is 0 by 2 plus. So I'll write here under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2. That is 32 sigma x is 32 m by pi d cube. M by pi d cube minus sigma y is 0 by 2 whole square plus tau square. What is tau square? 16t by pi d cube. Okay, no problem at all. Now let us simplify this. So therefore, the maximum principal stress is given by 32 m by pi d cube. Okay, कहाँ गया? By 2 है. So if it is by 2, it will be 16. So directly I am writing this will be 16. Directly I am writing. How? एक बार check करना. It is 32 m by pi d cube divided by 2. So this will be 16. So therefore now 16 m by pi d cube plus 16. This is 32 by 2 is 16 by pi d cube m plus 16t by pi d cube. So therefore under root of 16 m by pi d cube plus 16t by pi d cube whole square. So therefore sigma will be equal to 16 by pi d cube into m plus under 16 by pi d cube square, ये common बाहर ले लेना. It will be m square plus t square. Okay. Now let's go for, this is given, and maximum shear stress. What is maximum shear stress? You know very well. The maximum shear stress is under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 ka whole square plus tau square. This is the maximum shear. So therefore, now he has given the maximum shear stress. Okay. And you know sigma x is, abhi to dekhe, 32 m by pi d cube minus 0 by 2 plus tau square is 16t by pi d cube whole square. So this is sigma x is this, sigma y is 0 by 2 whole square. So therefore tau max is equal to under root of, this is 32 by 2, 16 m by pi d cube whole square plus 16t by pi d cube whole square. So if you take the maximum shear stress, this can be written as 16 by pi d cube, 16 by pi d cube, 16 by pi square hai, root square common into under root of m square plus t square. Now he is asking the ratio of sigma to tau, sigma to tau. And if you are, please, if you are calculating sigma by tau will be equal to this 16 by pi d cube, 16 by pi d cube gets cancelled. So you are left with m plus root of m square plus t square by under root of m square plus t square. I think values of m are given. M is 400, t is 300. So therefore sigma by tau is, m is, एक second मैं check करता हूँ, 400 and 300. Okay, 400 plus under root of 400 square plus 300 square by under root of 400 square plus 300 square. So 400 square plus 300 square is under root is 500. So this is 500. 400 plus 500 is 900 by 500. 900 by 500 is 9 by 5. So answer should be 9 by 5, that is C. And this is also a good question. Next, let's move to the next question. Take this question. Okay, a machine element is subjected to a following biaxial state of stress. Sigma x is given as 80, sigma y is given as 20, and tau xy is given as 40. If the shear stress of the material is, the maximum allowable shear stress is 100, the factor of safety as per Tresca's theory. Okay, this is the maximum shear. Now he's asking factor of safety. What is factor of safety? It is the maximum stress by working stress. So let us calculate working stress. Okay, you know, my dear students, let's calculate sigma 1, comma 2. What will be this? Sigma x plus sigma y by 2, if it is 1 and 2, plus or minus under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau square. Okay, sigma 1 2 is equal to sigma x is 80, sigma y is 20 by 2 plus or minus under root of sigma x is 80, sigma y is 20 by 2 whole square plus tau square. What is tau square? 40 square. So therefore sigma 1 2 is equal to 100 by 2 is 50 plus or minus under root of 80 minus 20 is 60, 30 square. So this will be 30 square plus 40 square. So this will be 50. So sigma 1 is 50 plus 50 is 100. Sigma 2 is 50 minus 50 is 0. So now we know maximum shear stress. Already have told you absolute maximum. Sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. Sigma 1 by 2 or sigma 2 by 2. Absolute maximum, absolute. So what is sigma 1 by 2? Sigma 1, 100 minus 0 by 2. 100 minus 0 by 2 is 50. Okay. And next, sigma 1 by 2. What is sigma 1 by 2? 100 by 2, 50. And sigma 2 by 2, 0 by 2 is 0. So out of this, the maximum is 50. So the working shear stress is 50. The working shear stress is 50 and the maximum is 100. So factor of safety is maximum shear stress by working. So maximum is 100 and the working is 50, and so therefore the factor of safety is how much? 2 is the right answer. It's also a good question. Okay, we'll move to the next. Question number 6th. Yeah. Which of the following is not correct? He used the word not correct. He is not asking correct statement, incorrect statement. The maximum shear stress theory gives most accurate results. First one. Intermediate principal stress is ignored when applying. Yes. In maximum principal stress theory, he takes only one stress, that is the maximum. Other stresses are neglected in principal stress theory. So it is the correct statement. But he is asking incorrect, not correct. Maximum shear stress theory gives accurate results. No. The accurate results are given by Tresca, this von Mises theory. The accurate results are given by von Mises theory, which is the maximum shear stress is 0.57 sigma y. That is the accurate result given by von Mises. So he says maximum shear gives accurate results. Galat. He is asking Galat statement. Yes, this is the Galat statement. It is a wrong statement. As per maximum strain energy theory, failure occurs when the strain energy exceeds. Yes, when the strain energy exceeds critical value, it fails. It is the correct statement. It is the correct statement. He is asking incorrect. As per maximum distortion energy, failure occurs when the distortion energy exceeds critical value. Yes, when it exceeds a critical value, the failure is occurring. This is also correct. This is also correct. So the answer is B. So I'll take some water. Okay. This is a good question. Let's. A thin walled spherical vessel. The diameter is given as 1 meter. I'll write this as 1000 mm, 1 meter. and the wall thickness is 10 mm. The yield stress is 500 megapascal, 500 megapascal. The internal pressure at which it yields according to von Mises criterion is, chalo. And you know very well, whenever a spherical vessel is subjected to internal pressure, and if you take an element and say, you know, sigma 1, sigma 2 are principal stresses, and in spherical vessel, because of symmetry, sigma 1, sigma 2 are same, and that is given by PD by 40. That is given by PD by 40. So therefore, now observe here, according to which theory is he asking? Von Mises. So according to von Mises theory, okay, क्या पूछा है? Py. So according to von Mises theory, sigma 1 square plus sigma 2 square minus sigma 1 sigma 2 is less than or equal to sigma y square. तो yielding के लिए हम क्या करेंगे? Critical value के लिए let's take equal. Okay, he is asking at what value it yields. Now please observe clearly. What is sigma 1? So I write sigma 1 square plus what is sigma 2? It is also sigma 1 square. Sigma 1. What is sigma 2? It is also sigma 1 is equal to sigma y square. So sigma 1 square plus minus is gone. Sigma 1 square is sigma y square. So sigma 1 is sigma y. So therefore, what is sigma 1? PD by 40, and that is equal to sigma y. So P, what is D? What is D? It is 1000. If this is in mm, this should also be in mm. So 4 into T is 10. So T is 10. Okay, no problem. Is equal to sigma y. Please note down, D by T is dimensionless now. So 4 has no unit. So whatever the unit you have for sigma y, same will be the unit for P. And sigma y is in megapascal, so P will also be in megapascal. And sigma y is given as 500. So therefore, now this zero is gone. These two zeros are gone. So P is equal to 5 into 4 is 20 megapascal. I request everyone not to use calculator regularly, because in engineering services examination, in GATE, if it is a GATE examination, there is no problem. But if it is engineering services preliminary, calculators are not provided. So it's sometimes I request you to do without using calculator, so that you'll be like getting exposed to various type of calculations. So therefore, practice is very, very important. Chaliye. So answer is 20. Now, let's move to the next question. See this question. A thin rectangular plate, okay, 1 second please. A thin rectangular plate is made of isotropic material which satisfies von Mises distortion failure theory. And it has a strength of yield strength. देखो यहाँ पे yield strength is given, so don't worry. The yield strength is given as how much? 200 megapascal. Okay. We assume yield in tension and compression to be same. Next. Now, chaliye. As shown in figure. If it is loaded with uniform tensile stress along the 150, how much? 150 in x direction. So it is sigma x direction में कितना दिया है? It is 150. Okay, this is 150, and let us take this as sigma 1, as there is no shear stress on this plane and this plane, and they are perpendicular. So these two will become principal plane itself. So therefore, फिर से बता रहा सुनो, there is no shear on this, there is no shear on this, and both are perpendicular. So these two will become what? Principal planes. So sigma 1 is 150 and sigma 2 is, there is no sigma 2, there is no sigma 2, and sigma 2 is 0. अब क्या पूछ रहा है? Sigma 2 is 0. The maximum uniform tensile stress that can be applied when it starts yielding. Look at, you know, my dear students, sigma 1, according to which theory is he asking? Von Mises. According to von Mises theory, sigma 1 square plus sigma 2 square minus sigma 1, oh sorry, sigma 2 is not 0. We need to find sigma 2, sorry. Yeah. We need to find sigma 2. एक second please. We need to find sigma 2. Okay. Minus is equal to limiting condition sigma y square, all are in megapascal. What is sigma 1? 150 square plus sigma 2 square means sigma 2. This is sigma 2. He is asking this value sigma 2 minus sigma 1 is 150 and sigma 2 is sigma y square is 200 square. So it is a quadratic equation. So when you solve this, you get sigma 2 value, and it is a quadratic equation. Therefore, you have two solutions. And if I solve, I'm getting values of, देखो, एक second, 227.07 megapascal is one value, and the other value is minus 77.07 megapascal. Now the question is, both are there in options. ध्यान से सुनो. A rectangular plate satisfies, okay, under uniaxial, loaded with uniform tension in the x direction. The maximum uniform, see the word, tensile stress that can be applied in y direction. He is asking what tensile stress can be applied in y direction. Tensile means positive, compressive means negative. So he is asking what tensile stress can be applied in this direction. So tensile means positive, so I should take positive value. So therefore it is 227. Okay na? Chalo. So this is a good question. Okay, we'll move to the next one. हाँ, ये भी बहुत अच्छा सवाल है. A circular shaft of diameter d is fixed at one end. What is the diameter? Fixed at one end, and is subjected to an axial force P and a torque T at the other end, and the torque is given as PD by 8. The tensile yield stress is sigma y. Okay, the yield stress is the shaft will yield according to Tresca theory. Tresca means maximum shear stress theory. Okay. Now, the direct stress due to this is given by P, and it is acting on this area pi by 4 d square. And shear stress is what is given? Torque is given. So the maximum shear stress is given by 16T, that is PD by 8, 16T by pi d cube. I repeat, my dear students, due to torsion, the maximum shear stress is given by 16T by pi d cube from our fundamentals. T by J is equal to tau by R. 16T, what is T? PD by 8 by pi d cube. Now this D is gone. This is 2. So tau is equal to 2p by pi d square. Okay. This is my sigma, this is my tau combined loading. Now let us calculate the maximum shear stress, because he's asking according to Tresca theory. The yielding tension is sigma y. So what will be the maximum shear stress? It will be sigma y by 2. So don't worry at all, sigma y by 2. Now this will be sigma y by 2 according to maximum stress theory. Okay, no problem at all. So sigma is known. So let's show the stressed element. Because of this direct stress, it is sigma, and okay, and that is already you know कितना है 4p by pi d square. 4p by pi d square. Okay, and there is a shear of tau. कितना है already you know. Tau is 2p by pi d square. 2p by pi d square. Let us calculate sigma 1 and sigma 2. Okay, sigma 1 comma sigma 2 is sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus or minus under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 ka whole square plus tau square. Okay, what is sigma x? That is 4p by pi d square plus sigma y 0 by 2, there is no sigma y, plus under root of sigma x 4p by pi d square minus sigma y is 0 by 2 whole square plus tau square. What is tau square? 2p by pi d square. Excellent. A whole square. Okay. This is my equation. Now, let's try to calculate. एक second, I'll erase this so that यहीं पे we can show rather than going to the next slide. Yeah. This will be, this is sigma 1 comma 2 is given by, this is 2p by pi d square plus or minus, क्योंकि sigma 1 2 plus or minus under root of, this will be 2p by pi d square का whole square plus, 2p by pi d square whole square. Therefore, sigma 1 2 is equal to, now 2p by pi d square, chalo, so 1 plus or minus 2p by pi d square gaya bahar, so it will be root 2. It will be root 2. Okay, now the maximum principal stress is, so this is my value, let me check. 2p by pi d square plus or minus root 2. Okay, so please observe which value is more. Root 2 is more than 1. So 1.414 means both principal stresses are unlike. Whenever both principal stresses are unlike, the absolute maximum, already I explained in my earlier classes, when both principal stresses are unlike, because here 1 plus, so this will be root 2, 1 minus root 2, so 1 minus root 2 is negative, 1 plus root 2 is positive, therefore both are unlike. When both are unlike, the maximum shear stress is sigma 1 absolute maximum value minus sigma 2 by 2. All these I had explained in my earlier classes. Okay, that's why I request everyone to see. This is my, I think, 6th class of theories of failure. So please, if you go through earlier videos, you'll get the complete clarity. It's up to you. Okay, now the maximum shear stress is given by, क्या होगा? Sigma 1 is 2p by pi d square into 1 plus root 2, and the minimum is given by 2p by pi d square into 1 minus root 2 by 2. Therefore, tau max will be equal to 2p by pi d square into 1 by 2, ये बाहर ले लेंगे, 2p by pi d square by 2 is also there, 1 plus root 2 minus 1 plus, or this is minus or minus is plus, so it will be 2 root 2. So 2 root 2, so maximum shear stress is given by 2p by pi d square, okay, into 1 by 2 is there, okay, 1 by 2, this will be root 2 into root 2, root 2 plus root 2 is 2 root 2. So therefore, the maximum shear stress is given by 2 root 2 p by pi d square. Excellent, no problem at all. But in the problem it is given, it is the maximum is what, according to yielding, sigma y by 2, and this should be root 2 by pi d square should be equal to, this is the maximum shear stress according to maximum shear stress theory, and for the limiting condition is what, sigma y by 2, equate shear stress to shear stress, therefore sigma y by 2. So what is he asking in the problem? What is he asking in the problem? I think he is asking the value of p. So therefore, if you want p, it will be, agar p chahiye, so it will be sigma y pi d square by 4 root 2. Let me check. Sigma y pi d square by 4 root 2. Yes. Let's check the option. Sigma y pi d square by 4 root 2. Yes. Sigma y pi d square by 4 root 2. This is the right answer. And this is one of the good questions, my dear students. So please focus on this question. Okay. Chalo. Now let's move to the next. A closed thin cylinder. Okay. And the thickness is given as 1 mm. It is subjected to internal pressure P in kilopascal. The wall that can withstand based on maximum shear stress. क्या पूछा है? That the wall can withstand based on maximum shear stress theory. Okay, right. The maximum value of P. ये कौन सा है? Thin cylinder. Thin cylinder. And you know, for a thin cylinder, the hoop stress is PD by 2T. As both ends are closed, it is also subjected to longitudinal stress. If ends are open, there will not be any longitudinal stress. So therefore, sigma 2 is equal to PD by 4T. Okay, no problem at all. It is a longitudinal stress and it is hoop or circumferential stress. According to which theory is asking? Maximum shear stress theory. Okay, please listen carefully. You know, both are tensile. When both are tensile, I should check absolute maximum. Absolute maximum. So when both are tensile, ध्यान से सुनो, I explained in earlier classes. When both are tensile, the maximum value of this will decide which one is maximum. So it will be, this will be PD by 4T by 2 is PD by 80. This will be PD by 2T by 2 is PD by 40. So the absolute maximum will be, please note down, इसका difference अगर लेंगे तो PD by 80 आएगा. So therefore the absolute maximum is PD by 2T by 2. It will be PD by 40. And what is the yield stress given? 200. But please note down that it is yield in tension. That the wall can withstand based on the maximum shear stress failure. Okay, where is that? The maximum that the wall can withstand based on maximum shear stress failure theory is sigma y is given. What is sigma y? 200. So tau max will be equal to sigma y by 2. So according to which theory? Maximum shear stress theory, sigma y by 2. So when you have shear stress, equate shear stress. What is that? 200 sigma y by 2. 200 by 2 will be 100. So equate these two. So this is the maximum, this is the maximum. So PD by 40 is equal to 100. So P, and this is given in megapascal. So obviously this will be in megapascal. What is the diameter given? कहाँ है जी? Radius is 1, so diameter will be 2. But this T is in mm. Let's keep this also in mm. So it will be 2000. I repeat, radius is 1, diameter will be 2. Okay, na? So it will be 2000 mm by 4, and the thickness is 1, which is equal to 100. These two are gone. So therefore, you have P is equal to 4 by 20. Okay, na? 0.5 megapascal. 0.5 megapascal. But what is 0.5 megapascal, my dear students? Kitna hai? 1 by this is 5 na? I think 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is 0.2. So this is 0.2 megapascal. You get this as 0.4. 1 by 5 is 0.2. Means 0.2 megapascal is nothing but 200 kilopascal. This is also a good question. 200 kilopascal. Okay na? Chalo. Now, next question. A specimen of steel has yield strength of 700. And sigma 1 is, sigma 2 is 500 given the factor. Let us calculate the working stress. And you know the working stress is under root of sigma 1 square plus sigma 2 square minus sigma 1 sigma 2. So therefore, sigma working is given by under root of sigma 1 square is 500 square, sigma 2 square is 500 square, minus sigma 1 is 500, sigma 2 is 500. 500 to ye gaya. Therefore, sigma working is equal to under root 500 is 500. This is the working and this is the maximum. This is the maximum. So yield is maximum. So the factor of safety is given by the maximum. In this case, it is sigma y by working. So, and the working is 500. So, therefore, it will be 1 minute, 1 second, please. Okay, so this is 700 and this is 500 and this will turn out to be 1.4. Okay, very good. So the factor of safety, it is a fill in the blank question. So the answer is 1.4. Chaliye. Now read this question. This is also a good question. A batch of aluminum alloy yields in uniaxial tension at a stress of. So uniaxial tension yielding means sigma y is 330 mega Newton per meter square is megapascal. It is subjected to sigma x is 140, sigma y is minus 70 and tau xy all are in megapascal is x. The value of x that would result in yield according to von Mises failure is, again von Mises. So according to von Mises theory, you know very well, sigma 1 square plus sigma 2 square minus sigma 1 sigma 2, for yielding it should be equal. If you do not want yielding, this working should be, under root of this working should be less than this. Okay. So first calculate sigma 1. What is sigma 1? Sigma x plus sigma y by 2. चलो sigma 1 2 दोनों भी calculate करेंगे because I need to. Plus or minus under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau square. Okay. So sigma 1 2 will be sigma x is 330. Sigma y is minus 70 by 2 plus or minus under root of sigma x. Where is that? Oh, sorry. Sigma x is sigma x is 140. Sigma y is minus 70 by 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau square, that is x square. Chalo. So you get one equation that is sigma 1 ke liye plus, sigma 2 ke liye minus. Now let us take what is sigma 1 and what is sigma 2. So I'll write directly. So I'll use my notes. Okay. So because directly we have, तो कितना आ रहा है? This is yeah. So it will be and you know sigma 1 sigma, एक second, sigma 1 will be in terms of x, sigma 2 sigma 1, so sigma 1 will be equal to, this will be 140 70 35 plus or minus, this will be 210 matlab 105, 1 second please, this is 210, yes, plus x square. Okay, so therefore 35 plus under root of 105 square plus x square, and this is 35 minus 105 plus x square. Let me check, where is that? Yeah, correct. So according to von Mises theory, this should be sigma 1 sigma 2 should be equal to sigma y square. Let me check. Sigma y kitna hai? 330. So correct, sigma y is 330. Okay. 35 plus under root of 105 square plus x square is this square plus sigma 2 is 35 minus under root of 105 square plus x square minus sigma 1 sigma 2, 35 plus 105 square plus x square into sigma 2, 35 minus 105 square plus x square. This should be equal to sigma yield square. Let's see what is sigma yield. 330. And everything is known except tau. And if you are tau ka matlab x, here he took tau as x. So x, when you are calculating, I think you should get 156.4. Please you calculate, because it is very simple, like a plain mathematics, so you can easily calculate. There is no problem at all. Okay, chalo. Now there is a small change. This is compressive. Yeah, please read the question. The state of plane stress at a point in a body shown. The allowable shear stress means, allowable means what? Maximum. Directly the shear stress is given, which is 200. According to maximum shear stress theory, failure occurs. Okay. So please note down that these are directly principal stresses. Why? Dekho, on this there is on this plane there is no shear, on this plane there is no shear, and both are perpendicular. So sigma 1 is minus sigma. Why minus sigma? It is compressive. Sigma 2 is tensile sigma. And you know very well, when both stresses are unlike, the maximum, absolute maximum is given by sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. So therefore, the maximum is given by sigma 1 is minus sigma, sigma 2 is minus sigma by 2. Therefore, the maximum shear stress is minus sigma. And already you know the maximum is given as, of course, don't worry about minus, it is just like sign showing the direction. So if you equate these two magnitude wise, it is how much? So it is 200, maximum is 200. This is sigma is tau, but already tau is 200, therefore it is 200. Let me check. Yeah, so the answer is 200, answer is 200. Let's take up this question. Again a good question, do not worry. Let's try to do this. A steel cylindrical pressure vessel has cylindrical has the radius of 1.8 meter. So the diameter is 3.6 meter or 3600 mm. Okay. Wall thickness is 20 mm. Again he is asking yielding Tresca. Tresca is what? Maximum shear stress. Maximum shear stress. And the yield stress under tension is 320. If the yield stress is 320, what will be the maximum according to Tresca? Shear, I am talking about shear. So this Tresca theory talks about shear stress. Therefore, it is 320 by 2 and that is equal to 160. That is the maximum shear stress. That is the maximum shear stress. So therefore, sigma 1 is equal to PD by 2T circumferential. Sigma 2 is equal to PD by 4T. And the absolute max, both are tensile. So the absolute maximum will be equal to, dekho, sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2, sigma 1 by 2, sigma 2 by 2, absolute maximum. But when both are like stresses, both are tensile, this will not be maximum. So which one will be maximum? Maximum of both. This one is maximum. So therefore, the maximum shear stress is given by sigma 1 by 2, that is PD by 2T by 2, that is PD by 4T, PD by 4T. And already maximum shear stress is 160. So 160. And you know very well, therefore P pucha hai. I think he's asking at what internal pressure? Okay, internal pressure. P, D is how much? 3600. And what is the thickness? 20 mm. Please note down that both should be in same unit. So whatever the unit you have for 160, this 160 is in megapascal. So this is in megapascal. If that is in megapascal, P will also be in megapascal. So PD by 4 into PD by 4. Okay, P is this into D is 3600 by 4T. What is the thickness? 20. Should be equal to 160. Let me check. 160 into 80 by 3600. So I am getting this as 3.55. So 3.55 megapascal. So that is the right answer. So my dear students, I'll come up with some more numericals and lovely numericals on theories of failures. So thank you. Please, it's a request, before watching this, watch earlier videos so that you will get the clarity of all questions. I mean, what we have solved. Before this, I made 5 videos. Please go through those videos to have a clarity. Okay. Thank you. God bless you all.